G'day, mate. Welcome to Satisfactory Saturday with me, Jetty, and I got Jace with me. Hey, mate.
Yeah, how you doing? I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for coming and joining me again for another round of questions.
It's always fun.
Interrogations. Yep.
Yes.
So we were meant to do this last week, and we couldn't because of super secret trips. Work trips was the excuse I got.
Yes.
Are they still secret? Can you give us any hints?
No. This is so secret, actually. I mean, I don't like keeping secrets. I actually never ever do. But you know, you gotta. And this is one of those things that, unfortunately, I won't budge. So it was Snoot and I. We went on an adventure, and we cannot say anything.
No teasers. Nothing.
No. There's nothing. I would like to, but I don't think I can say anything without that beginning, like this trail of breadcrumbs. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's fine. The trail of breadcrumbs at least gives people someone to start nibbling.
No.
Okay. All right. On to the second super important question. Where's my Fix-It coin?
Well, you didn't get one?
No.
Well, you know what? A lot of people didn't get one. You know what? That's only fair. You sent Milo.
Yeah.
I think I might have a spare one. I think I have two for some reason.
Oh, excellent.
Because I was going to send it to someone else, and then I was like, no, they didn't get a coin anymore. Like the sassy little bitch that I am.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe you could have that one. But I'll have to find it first.
I'm looking at the Twitter post with just like there's none left and there's a whole pile on the table.
Yeah. But the thing is, those ones were accounted for. That was the thing with that.
Yeah.
So there was none left. They were just physically there still.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Yeah.
So on to the next important question. Who steals whose flanno? You or Hannah?
Well, because we're both going for the hardcore lesbian look, and I feel like by definition she's doing better than I am.
Yes.
However,
glad you said it, not
her.
me. Yep. What?
As two members of the LGBT community, we could throw that kind of shit around, but it makes everyone else nervous.
Yes.
I'm older, you know, so maybe I've been rocking this shit longer. I'm not sure. I think she's been rocking it longer than I have. Having said that, no one's stealing anyone's clothes. It's not planned. It's just sometimes I come to work and we're wearing the exact same clothes.
Yeah, I've
dark
seen
gray jeans.
Yep.
Red and black flannel.
I've seen the red and black one far too many times. I have to say, look, I think as a fellow Australian, and that flanno is such a big thing in Australia, you might have to win.
All right. Well, if she ends up chopped up in a freezer, it wasn't me.
No. Sure. The second part of that is, when is that Hannah video that you're editing due out? Is that...
Yeah. So it was supposed to be out today. I've had a very rough week, basically. I've been quite sick, and then now I'm physically injured from a skateboarding accident.
Yep, we were talking about that beforehand.
Yeah.
Jace was trying to prove his youth.
I was. I just I don't want to be 30 years old, man. Yeah, so I mean, I'm like, I was sick, but now I'm healthy enough to edit the video, but I'm now too injured to really walk to work and sit in a chair for 8 hours, because it hurts the most when I'm sitting.
Standing desk?
I could stand, but it also hurts when I stand as well. Yeah.
Laying down with a laptop, does that count?
It's going to get very hot doing some video editing.
Okay.
So it's a real bummer. I'm really annoyed because I maybe have to release another video next week, which would be an easier one to make.
Okay.
But I don't want to like put out all these videos like in 2 days apart, you know?
Yeah.
That's why I really wanted the Hannah one out today. I'm thinking of just going into work tomorrow and doing it honestly on Saturday, because I just really want it done.
So the next question I have is about a Facebook group. Can you explain this?
Yeah. No. I mean, no, I can't. Well, I forgot what it was exactly, but I did. I'm going to check the email again, because I did look at it. Let me just find that again.
Satisfactory.
That was some weird shit.
Disposable toilet seat covers.
Yes. They're
and they created the Facebook page in 2016, which is before the official Satisfactory one was created. Just saying.
Well, I mean, do we need to change the name of the game now? Is that what? What's happening?
Either that, or maybe you owe them some money. Or there is already a toilet in the game, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it needs some Satisfactory toilet seat covers.
Maybe we can collab with them.
Yeah.
And you can craft the covers, the toilet seat covers.
Yeah.
One day that toilet will flush. I think it might be $20 DLC. I'm not sure.
Only $20? Sounds like a steal.
I'm saying $20 now. We'll up it to $50, and I'm willing to take the backlash then.
Oh, okay. And do we need gems for this as well?
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Okay. How many other undiscovered Easter eggs are there? I saw the Naruto run a few weeks ago. I actually was playing the game and had a third-person view mod installed, and the Naruto run looks awesome. But I also saw during Christov's one, there's that weird hand movement thing that I have no idea what it's called.
I think it's from Naruto as well. I think, or Avatar. Yeah.
No, not Avatar, because I've seen Avatar. How many more are there?
As for those animations, I'm not. Oh, there are. I think there are custom ones with the guns. It's like the rebar gun.
Okay.
So there's an animation there. Obviously, I don't know what everyone has found, but I know a bunch of things that people have found. And like there's the one with the model numbers on the side of the buildings. They have funny messages on them, like smelter.
That's on every building.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like an Easter egg per se. Yeah, I think the guns. I'm not sure if I've actually seen anyone either get the animation or notice they got the animation.
Okay.
But there is something special with the guns.
So, project for this weekend: shoot as many bullets as possible, reload as much as possible, press the record button after, whilst the whole thing's going, and and
never lose focus.
Never lose focus. Yeah, that's the hardest part. Actually, it becomes repetitive, and then you don't even realize things.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on the new mod adding the lizard doggo for players, so you can now run around and play as a lizard doggo?
Yeah, I saw that, and that's incredible. I think it's amazing. It's so cool to see what people are doing. This is fantastic. When I saw that, I was like, "Yep, that's a retweet right there."
Yeah. Well, look, I've watched the video, and I'm like, the more I see the doggo running at this angle, it's like, is it a lizard doggo or is it a lizard prawn? Because that tail is...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, during development, like when we made lizard doggo, it was called the space shrimp.
Okay.
The whole time. Space shrimp. And then when we put out the
trailer.
The teaser trailer, right?
Yeah.
So like when he's sitting in the woods, all the comments after that were like, doggo, lizard doggo. So then his name changed to lizard doggo because of the community. But yeah, when we created it, we weren't creating a dog.
Dude, space shrimp dog thing. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
No, look, the head is definitely lizardy. The scales, I can see lizard, but then you get to the end of the tail, and you're like, nope, that's a shrimp. That's a shrimp.
Yeah. Exactly.
Next, really, really important question: when do we get some more music? Because I'm getting sick of listening to the same tracks twice over.
Wow, you shitting on our music, dude? You shitting on our music?
No. Actually, the exact opposite. I really, really, really love the music.
Nice save.
But I've hit my limit. I've really hit my limit.
Yeah. No, I have no idea on that. Okay. As far as I know, there are no plans because I guess maybe we feel at the moment we don't necessarily need it to push the game forward.
Oh, no, you don't.
I see what you're saying. And I never even thought of that.
I'm just admitting, like, I'm getting sick of the music after I don't know how many hours worth of playtime, but it's in the backing for every stream that you guys are doing and everything else. And I'm like, wow, that's this is getting a bit much. Yep.
Yeah. No, that's actually a really good point. I think I'll probably bring that up. I think with some folks.
There you go. So I heard we were going to go for dedicated servers or mod support. I heard that servers won out. And they're due in December sometime this year?
Yeah, so update number 3 is going to be in December, and we want to have it out by then. And I mean, if we can have it out earlier, we're just going to put it out earlier. That's not a feature that it's worth waiting for, honestly, since it's just something that enables people to play the game, right? It's not like
it is
a new thing. So if we get it done earlier, then we'll just roll with that. If we get it done on time, then we'll come out then. If we don't get it done on time, then it just gets delayed. But actively working on it now.
Okay, because. Like, originally the game was only up to 4-player support, and you could edit...
Officially.
Yeah, officially. And you could edit the ini file, and I've had up to...
32?
15, 16 players.
15, sorry. Yeah.
With... I wouldn't say it's stable, but it's as stable as a normal multiplayer experience is in Satisfactory. So it's 90% good. Yeah.
Oh, yikes. Right.
I don't know. Look, it works 90% of the time. People sometimes drop out and then they can join back in and all that sort of stuff. But
that's pretty cool, though.
I've had that running with 15 players. I'm like, dedicated servers how much of a step up is that going to take us? And does
Yeah.
that mean we're going to go past official support for 4 players?
I think officially we're always going to stick with 4 players, and there's a few reasons for that. Not just performance-wise. It's even when it comes to the game's design. You know, for example, with like progression and how you're supposed to cooperate with each other. It is a different kind of design and how things should function if you're designing it for 4 players, 1 person, or 30 players. So we must either choose that our design, the way the mechanics work together, the way progression works, should work for any number of people or lock down a specific number of people. And so what we've chosen is to just go for the standard 4. Okay. And so all of our design and progress is aimed at 4 people. But you can just play more with more people if you want.
Okay, because I've got 2 comments to add to that.
Yep.
Standard, going back 10 years, I would have said was 4 players. I think the standard now is probably about 8. And I do have to agree that we did 8 players right from the start of the game. And I think in a 4-hour stream, we got up to oil tech with, I think maybe we'd automated 1 or 2 constructors. That's it. Everything else was handcrafted because there were 8 players and you could handcraft so fast.
Yeah.
And oil was really the only point where you were like, no, we need to actually have something that's actually automated at that point.
Right. That's a good example there.
Oh yeah, and then we had 8 players trying to automate things at the same time, which led to the best spaghetti you've ever seen. It was definitely a whole new level.
I don't understand how people can even do that kind of stuff. That sounds like a real headache and a train wreck. But some folks do. I mean, if you got it done, even if it was just spaghetti, that's impressive in my eyes.
Oh no. The impressive thing is when you have like 8 different people doing 8 hopefully similar things that all meld in the end. That's the impressive part. And when you literally have 2 people passing one another with belts going in different directions, and it's fine, they're just going to go around, under, however it works, it's fine. It's fine. I'm interested to see how dedicated servers run.
Yeah, sure, me too.
And I'm interested to see what sort of third-party companies pop up with dedicated servers offers. That's the other interesting thing.
Yeah, we've gotten many offers.
Yeah,
and I think we're going to be taking up on. I have no idea, but I'm sure that we're going to be taking up on some offers on something.
Okay.
Something.
Okay. Well, we're going to see official Coffee Stain Studios service. There you go.
I don't know about official ones. There is a possibility for that. I can't really comment more on that though.
Okay.
But I again, it's like if we were maintaining our own servers, again, that's redirecting our resources to something else. Mm-hmm. And you know, when we're a small studio, like you already know this, we're like 25 people.
Yeah.
And it is a big deal if we're going to be like, hey, one person, you got to do this thing now. Bam. That's actually a big chunk of our resources gone.
It is.
So if we took someone like a programmer away from the rest of what we're doing, you guys all know we need our programmers programming.
That's
you
right.
all know this.
You're free now, aren't you? You're not doing any more programming, are you, Jace?
I'm not. Oh, yeah. No, I'm free. I just sit at home now. I just answer DMs on Twitter. It's easy.
It's easy. Yep. Community manager is one of those interesting, hard, and long jobs.
It's never ending, and you kind of can't be sick or having a rest. It's hard when there's people that kind of quote unquote need you.
Yeah.
Okay,
so next question I actually have is, you did the Game Dev Circle with Snood. And in episode 1, in the live chat, which is deleted now, and it's probably due to my next question, you confirmed that Jim would be part of the next update, not part of a DLC.
Did I?
Yeah, you did. You did.
Do you have any proof of this?
I may or may not have a screenshot that I cannot find at this stage.
Because I've heard this from a couple people, not many.
Uh-huh.
And I have no idea what you're talking about. Absolutely no idea.
Did you watch the premiere of the video?
It's on his YouTube.
Yep.
I mean, ultimately, no, there's not going to... Jim's a programmer at SNK in Japan.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he's not... we're not doing a highlight or anything on him, but...
I wanted to highlight this video because Snoot did a really, really, really good job on...
Yeah, he did.
On the video, on the editing, everything. It was actually a real pleasure to watch.
Yeah.
The next question I actually got is from the community. Can we please ask Jace when we're able to kill those 4-letter word moths?
You mean the big thing?
Yeah, the big
the
thing.
sky?
The big flying thing in the sky that you can throw demolitions at, and I think they phase right through him. You can shoot him with a rifle, point blank, nothing happens. Rebar goes straight through him. Yeah.
You're all fucking barbarians.
Yes! Yes! No, we can kill everything else on the map.
Can't kill it.
But
No, why would you hurt Manti? He's just hanging out. Just floating around, chilling.
because there's several of
terrible.
them, and we just want to take out one or two.
You're disgusting.
Like, he flies through the middle of my base. If I could kill him, I would have. I've tried.
What's wrong with him flying through your base? He doesn't hurt it.
Because if I happen to be standing in the base, I get pinned between him and a constructor or a smelter.
Oh, that's true. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Do you have a pet dog or anything, or a cat?
Yeah, 4 cats.
Have they ever like pissed on your couch?
Yeah, multiple times. They're
Yeah,
cats.
kill the cats then. They're doing something mean.
Well, I tried to, but
No, you would. You gotta live with their quirks. Same as big old Martin the Mantis up in the sky.
Martin the Mantis.
He's
He's got a name now, does he?
He does.
Okay.
And he wants to look at your factory really up close.
That's it. We can now write up signs, stand outside the office and pick at the office, you know. Kill Martin the Mantis. All right.
Yeah.
So the next question I've got is, it's sort of in the same line. When is the game going to get hard? And that silly crab boss, which I actually have another picture from Christoph and his dev highlight. So we know the animations are done, semi-done, almost done, completed done, maybe. What's it called? Or what's its working name? And when's it going to be in the game? And when does the game start getting hard? Is combat ever going to get...
Did I say anything about the crab in the last video? I don't think I did, right?
You said that it was complete or semi-complete or almost complete, but we don't have a name. We don't know when it's coming out. Do we have a working title for a name?
You want some juicy goss?
Yes.
I think it's going to be in update number 3, so that's pretty cool.
Okay.
I think we're aiming for that, but we'll have to see if we do it or not. Because as you say, the AI and stuff, the monsters, they're not hard, or at least it's easy to figure out their rhythm, right? And then so that is something that we do recognize as well, and I think is also being addressed. So hopefully that's going to get better. Whether it's going to get better in the update where it's better, or it's just something that evolves over time, I'm not too sure. But you guys are right. That is a problem. So
to go with that, anything else you can tell us, tease us, give us hints about with update 3?
I just did.
Yeah, I said anything else.
You're probably going to get a crab. I mean, I think just on that topic, I think we're going to be looking over. From what I understand, there's going to be significant updates to AI. So I think at the very least, when everyone plays update number 3, they're going to be like, oh, there's a big change here. That's as far as I understand it. So that might be pretty good. As for names, by the way, here's a fun fact. Okay, so there's I don't know, we call it crab, but we don't. We actually have never really given anything a name. We just kind of be like, oh, it's like shrimpy, and then the community called it lizard doggo, and we're like, oh, it's lizard doggo now, and then we called the big balloon thing space tick, and people called it whatever else. But the really interesting thing about that I really like about not giving them names is, if you went to a foreign like an alien planet and you saw creatures for the first time and it had no name, you would just come up with some name, right? Yes. And so that's kind of what it's like. I don't think we did that intentionally, but I'm just saying, I think that's kind of cool.
Same as, I noticed this in, The Walking Dead, that every different group of people has their own name for the dead.
Right.
Because nobody cross-communicates and nobody agrees beforehand what the name is going to be universally, because they're all separate tribes. And, I've noticed that in Satisfactory that nothing has a distinct name except for the hog. Yeah, the hog's got a name, and then that's sort of about it. Then the spitter things are called spitters because that's in patch notes.
Yeah. Because that's and that's exactly how the names have always come to us. It's just like, oh, it spits. It was spitter. Yeah.
So does that mean the community has a chance to name giant crab thing?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we don't know what to call it. If you all decide on, the thing with lizard doggo is everyone really came together on lizard doggo, so that's what
they just took off. Lizard doggo was cute, especially if you could get him to sit on a conveyor belt, now
absolutely.
that you could play as a lizard doggo, in theory you could sit on a conveyor belt, So maybe there's a future video there. I can see somebody reenacting the whole trailer, the teaser trailer.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, interesting, but yeah, we'd have to have some more of that content released because there's still content that's not released that was in the teaser trailer. Dev streams, when?
Yeah.
When are there going to be more of them? Also, at the same time, dev blogs, because you guys have only had 2 blogs out so far. The one in July
actually,
and...
This is interesting that you're asking both these questions. There is a dev stream on right now.
Oh, well, there you go. I missed it.
Yeah, it's still going. It was, I didn't quite know at what time it was going to be, so it kind of conflicted with this interview. But I think it's still going, and you could probably catch it afterwards, maybe. But it's our programmer Marcus, and he is updating the engine to the new version of Unreal Engine.
Okay.
So it's a really nerdy stream, but some people really love that.
Look, I've seen you editing videos. I've seen Snort doing mass deconstruct, which is one of my follow-up questions. When's that coming to the game or to experimental?
Yep, I'll tell you that in a sec. The blogs. There's also a blog coming out today.
Oh, okay.
So,
Hang on,
so
refresh the page.
Yeah. So not yet.
Not yet.
No. It's gonna be today though, in the next couple hours or something.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. Oh, it's like ready to go live.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, so that's literally about to go live.
About to go live. And then what's it going to be about? Because it's going to be live by the time the video goes out.
Oh yeah, sure. It's gonna be about. We're gonna have cloud saves in the update, which should be coming out next week.
I heard about those that may or may not work and may or may not delete your games. And Coffee Stage Studios accepts no responsibility. Yep.
Yeah. So Snoot wrote the blog post about implementing cloud saves, basically.
Okay.
And in it, there's also information about how you can protect your saves, because if something goes wrong, and the way that we do the saves may have to change to accommodate the way cloud saves work on Epic.
Okay.
So that's going to be in there, but I'm also going to make a video on that as well to make it very, very clear. And I'll put pictures and graphics up. This is where your saves used to be. This is where they will be.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's some information about that, but that's what that blog is going to be about.
So it could be really interesting. Could be really dry. We'll see how Snort does.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, actually.
Another question: when will we see? And again, I imagine this is going to be a pretty much the same answer as last time. When are we going to see a end game or a resource sink for Satisfactory?
Resource sync is something that we're heavily considering, and I think might come somewhat sooner. I don't think it's super far off into the distance, basically. But yeah, that's something that we deem really important. We see that the community thinks it's important for sure. So we have some pretty concrete ideas of how we're going to do it.
Yeah, because I've got to admit, I've got up to just on turbo fuel, and I think I'm up to radio control units, so I don't have the last couple of items done. But yeah, I'm at sort of the point like 1 assembler, 2 assemblers, whatever it needs to be, and just let it run. And if it takes 15 hours to get enough to do whatever the upgrade is, or whatever bits and pieces I need for a mod, because I've started playing with mods a lot, so be it. If it takes 15 hours, I'll just go off and explore for 15 hours. I don't need to rush production anymore. And the Space Elevator is not requesting 10,000 iron sticks, so I don't have to worry about trying to make a factory that makes 10,000 iron sticks.
Right.
You are the vehicles guy who no longer does coding. Are the trains going to ever stop phasing through one another, or have you given up on trains, handed the work off to somebody else, some poor, unfortunate person at Coffee Stain?
Well, as the vehicle guy, even though I am the vehicle guy, I never did the trains. That was G2. Yeah, I never did anything to do with the trains.
So trains are not vehicles. Yep.
Yeah, well, they require a completely different system than the wheeled vehicles that I had. That I was working on. So I worked on wheeled vehicles.
They don't drift. That's the defining factor, right?
They don't drift. There's no suspension. There's no friction. There's no, center of gravity or anything like that.
Okay.
Necessarily.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the important question, are they ever going to stop phasing through one another, or is that just a design feature?
I think... I don't know, basically. I don't know. I imagine it's not supposed to be that way, and that we'd change it eventually. But I get the feeling it's one of those things that, of course, it would be... It should have collision, but again, we need to choose where we allocate our resources, and I think the game is still very playable, even if they phase through each other. That's what I think the thinking is. But what do you think?
I think it was the last patch notes or the one before it had finally fixed so ghost train wagons didn't exist anymore, and I'll take that as a win.
Yeah, that was the splitting
Yeah.
issue, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So that has been fixed, but obviously not released to experimental yet because of cloud saves.
Oh, okay. I remember reading it or watching it or something somewhere, and I thought it was already out. But yeah, okay.
No, not yet.
In my case, all my trains are on dedicated tracks, so I have no phasing trains whatsoever. It's just easier that way. Mass Deconstruct. So back to Mass Deconstruct. I saw Snoot stream it. When's it coming?
Yep. Next update. There's a lot of good stuff coming in the next update, so that will be next week or something. So many things are done. It's all been waiting on. Actually, it's been waiting on some of the train fixes because G2, our programmer, had been sick for a bit, and then we're waiting on the cloud saves just because it's hard and we have to be very careful. That's it. So we're not rushing it, but it should come out next week, and with it will come mass deconstruction and train fixes. Yeah.
So the takeaway is lots of things are going to fix next week, but the cloud might eat your saves. It's fine.
Just please save your saves, please.
Will there be a fix for conveyor belts not holding their color? Will trains, freight wagons, trucks also be able to be painted in the future? They're two sort of combined questions.
I think so. I think so to all of that. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I know that the vehicles used to be paintable way back when, but the only thing is I'm not sure if that had been stopped for any kind of performance reason. But as far as I know, I think I remember us having this discussion, and I think it's something that will be fixed up again because it's awesome. You know, when you see like a purple truck, little sugar cube driving around, it's cool.
I still want my passenger seats back, but you know, they've been removed for some bright reason out there.
Yep.
This one's more of a feature suggestion, but I think it's a really, really good one. Can we please add a dynamic sign to the hub which counts time since last accident that resets whenever damage to a fix-it property is detected? And I also want to add, can I have a time since last death counter underneath? Because I die fairly often in Satisfactory.
I think that's fantastic. I think we should totally have that. I think not only is it just funny, but it's totally in the theme of Fix It, right?
It is.
It really is. And I think it wouldn't be hard. I mean, every time you say, I think it won't be hard as a game programmer,
it turns out to be the exact opposite.
Yeah. Then it's 3 weeks of work.
Yeah.
But I'll throw that. Yeah, I'll throw that to. I might talk to Hannah first, and she's going to be like, "That's really cool." And then if I go to the producer and say, "Hey, Hannah and I have a good idea," then they'll listen to me more, I think.
The Flannos have teamed up, and we've come up with this great idea, and it's going to have
the lesbians.
Yeah, it's going to have in a frame that's going to be flannelette edged, and yeah. Now, I love the idea of time since last accident, and I don't it needs to be time since last death for the other one, but I don't know if death's the right word. Time since you were last replaced, time since. I don't know. Yeah,
something like that.
Where does the fix-it engineer come from after death? Are they 3D printed?
See, that's the thing for Hannah. That's the other reason I need to talk to Hannah about it. You know, she's the writer, and she's going to find some good thematic justifications for why it should happen. And then even as you said,
where
when
the
you die, how are you?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So she's the one who will find something really good for that.
Well, they start right near the bathroom, so I'm assuming they just launch out the toilet.
Yeah, something like that. That's why you can't flush the toilet. Because it's not quite a toilet. It looks like a toilet, but it's not a toilet.
It's not where things go in, it's where stuff comes out. Yep.
Exactly.
So modding community, I've seen lots of mods have been coming out. I've almost stopped playing Satisfactory and doing videos on Satisfactory and just highlighting a different mod every week because there's always some really, really interesting mods added every week. But I remember you guys saying a little while back that coffee stands would be adding more support for modders. Can you give us any sort of insights as to? I know dedicated servers won out in the argument, but what sort of ideas have you guys got going forward? And what can we expect?
So as for how we want to do mod support, we don't want to give more mod support. We want to give actual mod support, like full-on tools that are useful for anyone to make mods. And obviously, we would be working with the existing modding community to make that, because they are far more familiar with what they would want and what they would need to enable them to make better mods. So we just want to make the best tools possible, essentially, for them. But as for what we're going to be doing right now, we have no idea, because our minds are just cut off from that right now, because we're focusing on what we're doing now. But once that opens up for mod support, then once we get that going, I think we're going to start talking to folks and getting some good plans.
Okay, because in the last 2 weeks since I've last looked at the mod page, there's been 4 new additions, because there's, like I said, a new mod every week or so. And 2 of them are about solar panels and renewable energy, which I really didn't expect from Satisfactory. I was like, more nuclear is better nuclear. Trees accidentally or automatically die or something like that. That's sort of what I was expecting, but turns out solar is really popular.
Renewable energy?
Yeah, renewable energy and solar panels and battery storage were the last, and Steam Labs integration, which I had no idea that I wanted, but now I have it. So I want it.
So what integration?
Streamlabs. So you can have...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's actually something that we've been talking about, getting some, like Twitch integration and stuff.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. I've got to admit.
Yep.
I have to put in my 2 cents. And we're going to get YouTube integration as well. So when we stream to YouTube, we can get...
Yeah, hopefully. Because I met with... I think his name is Captain Dreadbeard. He's a streamer. He does Satisfactory. I met with him at Gamescom, and we just sort of talked about what more we could be doing with content creators, because quite frankly, I think I'm doing a terrible job with that. There's a lot of things I need to do better, but it's just because I don't have enough time. And so he gave some ideas, and they seem pretty good. So, we were thinking Twitch integration, because he's streaming on Twitch. But the second you think of Twitch integration, it makes more sense to think of Mixer and YouTube as well. So rather than just focus on one platform.
Yeah.
But So some stuff. In the beginning, I think we would do some really, really simple stuff. Again, it'll be simple.
Everything's simple until you write the first line of code, okay?
Exactly, yeah. And then we'd see how that goes, because I think even some of the more simple stuff will go a long way for the content creator as well as the audience. And then maybe we can look into more things from that. But again, it's really hard, because we have to pull a programmer away to do that. But I think at the same time, I spoke to the producers, and they do think it's important. So I think we're going to get...
I stream both YouTube and Twitch. And I'm when a game has some sort of Twitch, because you never, ever see YouTube integration. But when there's Twitch integration, I don't know, more interest in playing the game, I guess, because the community can reach into the game and interact with me directly, which is always great to see. Obviously, you're going to have like drop hogs out of the sky when people donate bits. That seems perfectly reasonable. Or maybe have Mothras crash into you. I'm sure Hannah could work out that code, right?
Hannah, did you say?
Yeah, Hannah.
I thought you said Hannah.
Yeah.
Hannah's not going to better figure that out, probably. Yeah, so I mean, the first stages, we were thinking of something like far more simple, like, I don't know, like if someone follows, maybe in the chat box, it'll be like, this person follows or subscribed. Or maybe it comes up on the screen and Ada can read it. That would be really cool.
Oh, that's really cool. I like that idea.
And there's, like it could be really sassy stuff, like, I have no idea why they did this, but another person followed or something.
Yeah.
Like when stuff like that, that'd be really fun.
I'm all for Ada talking during the game, because most of the time she can ignore her. But yeah, if it was integrated, that'd be interesting. That's for sure.
Yep.
I've gone on the questions.satisfactory game and already checked it out. Why can't turbo fuel be used in the jetpack? And well, that's the first question. Why can't we use it at all? And then why doesn't it give you more boost flight time, anything than normal fuel? Because turbo fuel's hard to make.
I have no idea. No, but I don't think anyone would be able to tell me. They'd just be like, if it makes absolutely no sense like that, it's probably just going to be they're like, oh, maybe we accidentally put it in the game.
Well, I noticed...
or something like that.
Turbo fuel... So I went through all the effort to make turbo fuel, hoping to get more height and more flight time out of my jetpack.
Yeah.
And then was thoroughly disappointed. And at the same time, found out it's compressed coal. Compressed coal doesn't show up in the recipes list. The only way you can find it is by putting down a assembler and opening up the assembler and look at the recipe that way. And I just thought that was weird at the same time. So I'm going, one was a bug and the other one's an oversight or something like that.
Probably. I'm going to blame our director on that one.
Okay. Totally their fault. You get to send off me an email after we're done.
Yeah, will do.
Another one is going back to a classic. So mods have added area actions, they call it, which is a copy and paste. So they can duplicate whole builds, foundations, with a really sort of crude blueprint tool. Has Coffee Stains thought any more about some sort of blueprint tool being integrated into the game? I know you've said multiple times no, but mods have added it.
We've gone back to it like every now and then, but at this stage, I think that's not on our consciousness right now.
Okay.
So at the moment, I could poke someone and we could think about it again, and maybe we get further, or maybe we forget it again. But not forget it, but yeah, we can't focus on every idea kind of thing, you know. So we have to choose what we're going to put our blinkers on and focus on something. So I know without foundations it's going to be impossible, and I understand that limitation.
But yeah, I've just noticed like trying to move a factory from A to B, and also just doing simple things like setting up 13 rows of smelters back to back to back with all the identical belts in, belts out, all that sort of stuff. It's repetitive, and if I could make it once, then blueprint it 13 times, it saves time and effort, and that's all it really comes down to. Because I know Satisfactory is a great game, but it's also a massive time sink. And
it is.
Factorio is much the same, but the thought of having to replace something in Factorio is not so bad, because with blueprints and bots, it happens in 10 minutes, and depending on how you do it, like it's semi to completely automated. Whereas in Satisfactory, you look at it like, no, I'm not going to pull down that build. I might just disconnect the input belts and just let it burn out and rebuild the whole thing, because it's probably easier.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's just the kind of feedback that we need so we can decide what to do. But I think that is also something that we're kind of aware of, that it is a little cumbersome to do things like that, to refactor your factory. I think everyone feels it, honestly. I think literally everyone feels it. So I don't know. Perhaps we'll be making better tools for mass construction even, or it could be like blueprinting or something different. We'll have to see.
Well, Mass Deconstruct, which should be out hopefully next week
soon.
with the cloud saves that's going to break your games. That would be a great help. That's it for this week. That's all the questions I had for you. Thank you for coming on again. Thank you for answering my questions, community questions, and more importantly... Thank you
very much for having me.
That's not a problem. I'm settling some arguments about flanno.
That's what's important.
Yeah, the important things, and the space shrink.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it. Thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. All right, bye.
Bye.